We welcome you to Nissan Halftime Live. Ray Didinger, I'm Michael Barkann, and the Eagles incredibly trail the San Francisco 49ers 7-3. Ray, I'm sorry, it's Philadelphia sports. They always do something to make you sick. I don't care what team it is, and this was the situation at the end of the first half with the Eagles. They had squandered the opportunity for a touchdown. They really should be up 17-0 right now when you think about it. How about that, Ray? 17-0, for goodness sakes.
Well, it could be. They certainly had the better of it. The Eagles, the touchdown that San Francisco scored right before halftime is the first touchdown the Eagles have given up all year. They didn't give up a touchdown in Atlanta. They didn't give up a touchdown the whole first half of this game until right at the very end. So much of this discussion, if this game turns out this way and San Francisco wins, everybody will talk about the decision on fourth down to go for it, and then the play call. It'll be second guessed to a fairly well, but I mean the Eagles have played very well. I mean defensively they really didn't allow San Francisco, who's a very potent offensive team, to convert a third down for the whole. Didn't get a first down in the first quarter. Didn't convert a third down until late in the first half. And offensively you have executed for the most part pretty well. And yet you're down 7-3. I mean, that's, what do you, if you're the coach, what do you say at halftime? What do you, because your guys have got to be feeling pretty deflated right now. Because not only do you hit the 91-yard pass, take the ball right from your own shadow of your own goal down to their goal line, but then you get pass interference in the end zone that gives you first and goal from the 1. So there's no way you can't score there. Everybody will second guess the decision on Philly special there. I would question the plays that led up to it. You get first down at the 1-yard line. It's not just about one play. It's not just about the last play. It's about the plays you ran before that. I mean, they have second and 1 from down there,
right?
And they run Sanders, who's their best back. I mean, you should punch it in right there. You should never have to get to fourth down. So the Eagles can't be feeling – look, they're still in the game for sure. And San Francisco has – the Eagles' defense has given the 49ers problems to this point. But you saw on that drive, was it 12 plays, 97 yards? They've kind of figured it out now. Yeah. And you knew they would. I mean, a team that's that good is going to get it figured out, and it seems like they figured it out now.
Yeah. And then Brandon Brooks out on the Eagles' offensive line. We don't know to what extent. And Brandon Graham looks not good. And he's one of your best pursuit guys, one of your best guys up the middle, pushing it. And that ankle or Achilles tendon did not look great. We'll wait and hear. But if they're without him, what does that mean for the defense? And the same with the offensive line with Brooks.
Well, one of the things we said was one of the advantages the Eagles had going into the season was that they'd be really good in the trenches. They'd be really good along both lines if all your players stayed healthy. And right now, you're looks like you might be down 2, and 2 very vital ones. Brooks to me was, he's been hurt so much. The idea that you could get him through a season, I just didn't think was realistic. I hate to think you lose him in week 2. But now, you drafted Landon Dickerson, and right now, they drafted him probably to be the center of the future, but right now he's the right guard of the moment, so he's going to have to step up and play. And then you do have a little depth at defensive end, and you saw that Barnett came in to play right end, and Sweat came down and began to play left end. And if Graham's out for any length of time, I guess that's what you're going to get. You're going to get Barnett playing the right and Sweat playing the left. He's they're paying him handsomely, so
they sure are. Just
now you got to go out and do the job.
Yeah. San Francisco comes into this game, depending on where you look for the power rankings, and I don't know how much you ascribe to the power rankings or subscribe to the power rankings, but they're anywhere from 3rd to 10 in the NFL, and the Eagles are anywhere from 24th to 27th.
Right.
They look like fairly evenly matched teams. Like I said, I think the Eagles, I don't know about 17-0, but maybe 14 or maybe 13. They could have had the lead in this game. You look at the yardage, 203 total yards for the Birds, 161 for San Francisco. I know 91 of it for the Eagles came as a result of that great pass play.
Right.
But they seem like they can compete with them.
Oh yeah, absolutely they can. But what's really disheartening is you have such a great opportunity there. I mean, you get the ball from your 3-yard line, and the first play you had a 91-yard pass, and you're right down at the other end of the field. Then you get pass interference, you get a whole fresh set of downs at the 1, and you don't score. I mean, that's just deflating. It really is. And I think you saw a little bit of it. I mean, San Francisco came out, and for the first time, they showed a little life. I mean, the momentum kind of changed there. And the Eagles' defense just gave them to the Eagles' defense, which had been really good up to that point. All of a sudden, you started seeing missed tackles, missed assignments, and you just see the emotional swing that goes right there. And you and I were talking a little bit about Philly Special, which the play that will live on in Philadelphia sports history forever for obvious reasons.
Not that version,
but there's but then okay, when is the time to call that and when is it not? And as I said to you, I think that one of the reasons that I think one of the things that is problematic about doing it in that situation with that personnel is you put Greg Ward on the field who hadn't played, and when a smart bunch of coaches are paying attention and they see Greg Ward come in and line up where he lines up, there's a chance that you got the defensive guy saying alert, 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 and it's clear the 49ers were not. This was not the New England Patriots that were all standing there bewildered on that. I mean, the 49ers they played that one to the hilt, and the Eagles had nowhere to go with it. That might be, call me old-fashioned, Mike, but in that situation, I would have taken the 3 points.
Yeah, I agree. Completely would have taken the 3 points, and with some regret at what you failed to do, but I was a little bit surprised. Also, as I indicated to you, and we'll talk about it more in the post-game show, I think because of the Eagles' success with that play in the Super Bowl and subsequent other teams using it, almost like a field goal or a punt where the defense is saying, you know what, let's keep a fake in the back of our mind. You do that now down low with a Philly Special type of play. I quickly, we got to go, but the play calling down there. First and 16, the 91-yarder, but then the first down was Hurts to Zach Ertz, incomplete. Hurts ran it. Sanders -3. Do you blame the play calling or the failure to execute?
I probably would just try to punch it in. The first down play action, Hurts on a sprint out, probably not a bad call. The play I think is really disappointing is on second down. Now you pretty much are going to run it, and the Eagles' offensive line is good enough that they should have been able to get enough of a surge.
Yeah.
That second down play is the one that I come back to, and I keep thinking, you should have punched it in there. A good team punches it in there. That's got to be disappointing. And if they do it there, then you don't have to worry about running a fourth down play.
All right, we'll take a timeout, and we remind you that after the third quarter, Barrett Brooks, Seth Joyner will join you with their thoughts on what's happening in the game. And then when the clock hits 0, we are back for Eagles Postgame Live. This is Nissan Halftime Live. Ray, Michael, and we'll see you postgame, everybody.